Hey, what is up guys? Stevie Ray Brave here, and this is Stevie Ray Brave all day. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to install the Dunlop button strap locks onto your guitar. Now I don't typically use these strap locks. I typically use the D'Addario clip strap locks just because they seem to be more sturdy, but I typically install those on my metal guitars. The guitar that we're going to be installing these Dunlop strap locks on is going to be my new Gibson Standard with gold hardware, which, like I said, this is why we're not installing the strap locks I normally use. We want to kind of keep this pretty, if you know what I mean. So without further ado, let's get in it. Alright guys, so what we're going to need to install these strap locks is we're just going to need a Phillips head screwdriver and I would suggest a small flathead screwdriver, or you could actually use the other screwdriver. This is to actually install the buttons onto your strap that you choose. The strap that we are going to be using for this Gibson, like I said, we're kind of going with the classic look. This is a Franklin B1CGN strap. Went with this one just because it's kind of goes with the guitar a little better, but it has this adjustable strap on the back with a lot of leather straps. It has the 2 holes and you got to cut and all that stuff. We aren't going to be doing that. I think this just looks a lot cleaner. One thing I will say for you left-handed guitars, this does have a slight con curve for a right-handed player. If you don't mind your adjustment being in the front, I would say, you know, it's still a great strap. I personally do not like that all in the front. I'd rather it be behind me where no one can see, so it has a nice, cleaner, sleeker look. They may have left-handed straps, but like I said, this is made by Franklin. Go ahead and check them out. Like I said, if you don't mind, it's fine, but I'm a right-handed player, so that's not going to affect me none. We're going to be installing the gold button Dunlop strap locks. There's a couple other ones on the market. I know Fender makes some strap locks. Like I said, I normally use the D'Addario strap locks, but we're going with this because, like I said, we want to keep this Gibson like looking pretty, so we're going to go with matching strap locks, the classic leather strap. Another reason why we're going with these strap locks over the ones I normally use is if you look at the screw size difference, put them down in the GoPro for y'all. This is the Dunlop screw that comes with the strap locks. Well, this is the D'Addario screw, the small D'Addario screw that comes with this style strap lock. So as you can see, like, there is a potential of modifying the guitar, and you always want to be able to go back to the normal if you plan on selling it. I don't plan on selling it, but like I said, we're trying to keep it pretty. That's just an added bonus. This is the large screw for D'Addario. So like I said, these strap locks are much more effective in my mind, keeping your strap in, but like I said, like, you'll have this weird strap kind of dangling off your guitar the whole time. So that's why we're going with the button strap locks. Go ahead and get these out of the way. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to separate your buttons from your actual strap peg. Like I said, I really like these because it's pretty easy to do. Make sure you have a clean surface so that way you don't leave any pieces. I just hold it like this. These don't have the actual straps, the locking washers on them yet. We'll go ahead and put them over there. We'll get to those when we install the strap into the button. You should have standard pegs. They look like standard pegs. Like I said, this is why I like these. Basically like stock when the strap's not on there, but when you want to throw your strap, or if you're having a problem with your strap and you need something quickly, you can just throw on a normal strap. And they're a little bit bigger. If you see in the GoPro, they are a little bit bigger than the stock Gibson straps. Alright, so the first thing So after we complete that, we're going to go ahead and put it back in a little box with the screws. We're going to remove the old screws. This is where your Phillips screwdriver comes in. We're just going to loosen that up. Make sure you guys use a screwdriver that is the right size. You don't want to strip these out. You want to be as delicate as possible because, like I said, especially on a guitar like this, you don't want to damage it. Plus, you don't want to put a ding in your things. As you can see, like I'm using a head stock rest for repairs, and then I also have like a mat put down so that way my guitar doesn't get any damage from the hard surface. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get this other one out from the tail. I like doing my maintenance at my kitchen counter because like I said, like I can have the headstock over the sink. This allows me to have better access without having to move the guitar like to the edge of the table or something like that. And then at the edge of the thing I can access this. Alright. Most guitars have these felt spacers. This guitar does not. I did buy this guitar used. We're just going to go ahead and pop it on there anyways without it. I mean, it's already got the scratches from the other hardware. So, go ahead and pop this back in. Like I said, this is where it's kind of iffy depending on the model of guitar. Like I said, if the guitar doesn't have a hole big enough, you really don't want to try and force it. You know, if you have to route it out a little bit with a drill bit, I would highly suggest doing that. Because like I said, like you could always, I mean, unless you're like one of those original guys, you could just take the buttons off, and like I said, these look like normal straps. Back at the top here, like I said, this is fairly simple, guys. You don't need to pay a luthier for this. Like I said, just take your time. Make sure you have the right size screwdriver because, like I said, you don't want to strip these out because then it's going to be really hard to get them back out if you want to go back to the original. You just want to put nice, good pressure while you screw it in, pushing in towards the guitar. Like I said, this helps the screwdriver get seated properly in the screw. You need to. This one's a little harder to get to, a little weird angle, so we can just move the guitar like this just so we can apply a little bit better pressure while we're screwing this in. Like I said, it's very important you don't strip these screws out, guys. Alright, so we got the strap mounts installed into the guitar, so we're going to go ahead and move this stuff out of the way. For the strap, we're going to go back to these strap buttons. Here is the locking. Put that down in the GoPro so you guys see it. This is the locking ring that goes in this groove right here. So we're going to take this first washer out. You're going to make sure you go from the back of your strap, push it all the way down. Now this is where having a mat, you know, comes in handy, as well as that small screw flathead, because these straps are really hard to get over this groove because you got to make sure this is seated all the way down to that. And like I said, these posts are a little bit big, so seems like this slit is not all the way through. There we go. So like I said, you're going to take your button, slip it down, slip it over that. You want to kind of make sure you can get most of it over it. Like you are going to have some overhang. You might have to cut back your strap a little bit. I've never had to do that. I've always just kind of worked the strap down where, because new leather is kind of hard to work with. You see, just use this to kind of work these edges down so that way you don't have to cut them. Then you're going to put your washer over that, try and uncover that groove. Slide your lock into the groove. Now this is where it kind of gets iffy with these, and where the small screwdriver comes in handy is because once you get it there, You want to use the side of the screw flathead to kind of push it and lock it in just like that. So now the strap's not going anywhere, guys. And then when you go to remove it, you just put it in this ring and you can pop it back out. Just be really careful about this, guys. This is why I use a small flathead. I can control it better, keep my fingers out of the way. That way, I have stabbed myself doing this before. So definitely keep on that. All right, so let's do the other side. Go ahead and put it through. Like I said, push that post all the way through. Make sure your button is all the way in. Like I said, come back. So the small flathead really does make this so much easier, guys. Like I said, pushing this strap down, because if you try doing it with the washer, it just gets frustrating because it won't seat right and all that. So having this to kind of flatten those corners down and kind of manipulate it to where it's not a mess. Slide the strap. Alright. Get that piece on there. And you see how I'm slipping off? That's why it's very easy to hurt yourself doing this, guys. There we go. Nice and seated. Alright. So let's install the strap on the guitar, get it all adjusted, and click in there. Good to go. Oh, that's a little small. Alright, there we go. Get this shoulder strap brought to where it's... And the reason I like these straps, guys, these Franklin straps, if you are going to use a leather strap, whenever you get your guitar in the position you like, you just move the shoulder strap to that position to where it's on your neck. And this is a pretty long one. It actually can move forward. But when you put this on the same guitar every time, it kind of holds it where you like it. So like, even if it like gets thrown around, like it kind of anchors it right there. Now if you're trying to do guitar tricks and stuff, I wouldn't suggest a leather strap. But as you can see, I kind of like a nice more of a 45 angle, which if I had the normal straps, this strap would already be kind of wanting to come off. And let's say your strap gets stuck like this, you know, and it pops off and you drop, especially on a nice guitar like this, you know, that's how dreams are shattered right there. You just when you want to remove it, you just push the button and you're done. Like I said, it doesn't look really any different than what it would normally come with. So like I said, if you want to preserve what the guitar looks like without all the crazy strap locks, because to show you what the other strap locks look like. So this is my JBM Ibanez JBM 100, the Titan. All right. So the other strap locks that I like to use, mainly because, like I said, these are much more locked in. I'm stereotypically a metal guitarist, so I move a lot on stage. I get really into the music and thrash around a lot. So that's why I want to be sure my guitars stay attached to me. But like I said, when you're done, you still got this funky little strap hanging off. And like I said, for a metal guitar, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Like this is my live guitar, but for a guitar, you want to, like I said, make it look pretty. Having these weird straps on it kind of make it look cheap, because these are just nylon. They're not leather or anything like that. Plus, you don't really get much options. All you get is a color option with this kind of strap. At least with those strap locks, you can kind of use whatever strap you want. And then if you have multiple guitars, you can just quickly pop it off and change to the guitars. That's why I use these. Is each one of my guitars has, most of them have this, so I can just switch through guitars really quickly. Like I said, here's another one. Like this is kind of a prettier guitar, kind of. But like I said, see, it has that funky strap just kind of hanging off of it when I'm not playing it. Well, there you guys have it. Those are a couple different strap locks, different options for you guys. When I get another guitar, probably be a while, I will be installing the strap locks I normally use, which is the Dario clip lock. That's what it looks like. Actually, this is not the strap going on. I'll probably do a black. But I'll show you guys how to install those. Those you have to be a lot more careful because the screws are much bigger, and typically you have to route to make room for those screws, or you can risk cracking the body. And that being said, thank you guys so much for checking out this video, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.